Tiny, always. They would say it's the worst matchup ever. I'm in love with it. I am in love with it. My God, what has he got against the service class? Like, what the hell? Skewer back onto Jakiro. First blood going to go over to PMA, thanks to the wave of terror. And he hits it with the good luck, have fun.
Radiant structures are fortified.
What the hell? Banish onto the Terrorblade, into the Tombstone. Blood Grenade will land. Got the juice slowed up. Tries to get the return kill onto Daze, but can't quite manage it now. Zombies are a big problem. And they have not got a way of solving it. I just got back in as a Naga carry. Someone alert Major ASAP. Yeah, it's crazy, right? Zayek heading back to the bottom lane. We'll be there with Kadara and PMA. There with the trap. Skewer. We'll put him away from any teammates attempting to assist. But there was no teammate attempting to assist, so... We'll be there with Kadara and PMA. There with the trap. Skewer. We'll put him away from any teammates attempting to assist. Unlucky buddy. Yeah, Naga Siren in top, but Vengeful Spirit close behind and now going to be taking some stacks. Thanks to the Empower. Whoa, actually up top. Kadara gets a kill onto Ridis. Looks like it was a dive with the Tombstone. I was too busy watching a stack being taken. That's my bad. Worth. Boots up for the Jakiro. Root up onto the Magnus, getting pulled back. The Elus are there into the ice path, and there's just no way, Jose, do you get out of that one. Kadara is the one to pick up the kill on the Jakiro. Get a dive off, whether it be on the Magnus or the Venge. Both are good to slow down the Blink or the Ags. There's the Banish during the Skewer, but they have no real way to stop it there. Oh, apart from the Ice Path, I was wrong. Silence goes through. Dream Coil as well. They drop all of the ults, and they get the kill. My bad, I forgot about every spell they have that is able to stop Skewer. Smoke up. On the Radiant, finds the Dream Coil onto... The Terrorblade immediately drops the rock onto the Warlock. The Tombstone goes out as well. Will be healed up. The Terrorblade will die either way. Ridis follows him. Now a swap in on the Venge means they get the kill onto the Daze, but maybe more to come. No. OG happy to kill the Terrorblade and the Warlock. Don't want to overstay their welcome. They do give the Tombstone over to the Terrorblade, but he dies, so you know. Oh, Haste Dream picked up by the Magnus. I'm pretty sure this is a dead Jakiro. Stun going to come out from the Venge. Ice Path is there to delay it, but Niku picks up that kill streak as Kadara finds himself with his third death. 3 of his teams. Now, Niku finds the Shadow Demon. Self-destructs to try to buy themselves some time. But there is no help on the horizon. Shadow Demon will die. Always...
Bottom tower is under attack.
Oh. Warlock walks into a Naga. May have thought that it was a support Naga, but no. That is a carry with some items and some damage. Oh, Radiant. Could find Niku here. Toss back onto Zayek. Oh, the Skewer doesn't quite land. Self-disruption. Doesn't have time during the RP, but the Macropier splits up the fight a little bit. The Radiant might want to go for this. Kadara could be in trouble. Trying to fight inside. Gets the D-Ward. Puck throws out the Illusory Orb. The supports will die thanks to the toss combo there. But Kadara gets the D-Ward, so probably dead. Pings out the Tiny. Storm is there. Doesn't have Blink yet, though. Niku knows. Oh, the long-range Dream Coil. Follow-up route into the Orchids. A lot of damage coming out the Ice Path and the Riptide. Terrorblade TP's into this. Tombstone's going to put down under the tower. Got the juice, doing what he can to get the damage. Going to get the Sunder off, but he's already dead again? Mixer! Just too much damage coming out. No. Has the Blink, almost has the BKB, but not quite yet. They want to get the kill onto Shad. Just brought in the Reaver, so a lot tankier. Has Song as well, pulls in. They may need to RP for this, and they will. Don't want to risk the Song from coming out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Now the ping's on the bottom side of the map. Radiant, they want to go for this. Aegis still up on this puck. They get the scan from the Smuck. Puck goes in. Whoop. They didn't expect them to stick around. Aegis popped. They're going to get the Ice Bar. Macapire onto Zayac. So 1-for-1 so far, but one of them is an Aegis. Puck shifts out. Aggressive swap onto the Shadow Demon. The first life of Vengeful Spirit looks like it's timed. Shadow Demon getting quite low, 150 health. Trying to walk away. The creeps aren't helping. The silence onto the Tiny. The Wave of Terror doesn't hit. And Tiny not going to get the kill thanks to Disruption. Meanwhile, on your screen, Naga Illusions are fighting the Terrorblade Illusions and they're winning. TP out for the Shadow Demon. The Shadow Demon just gets out. Watch it. Gold away. Angus standing on the high ground. So good RP. Pulls them back up, but away from the rest of the team here. Undying still alive. Very tanky. Gets the tombstone down. Meanwhile, the Ice Path onto PMA. And a song. Shad wants to get the kill. They get the kill onto PMA. Elu will spawn. Now the defensive swap trying to get away from this fight on the Elu, but Shad not going to let it happen. And the Elu, his Ags. Undying going for the Octarine Court. Man, we used to be a society where they'd go Ags. Oh, stunned up by the Tiny Kadari's here with the Ice Path trying to get the combo breakout, but it will not work. Got the juice is there. Teleport out, and he will. Got the juice. Oh, we'll find Days. Toss them back. The Stormstorm is here. Hits the Dreamcore. Mass TPs from OG. They want to take this fight. Silence for it. Puck trying to buy some time. Warlock ulti going to land onto the Undying. Gets the tombstone down. Got the juice immediately going to go for it. The heal is there. Buys them some time. Got the juice not dying. It's not the main target. Shad instead going to get a go onto Zayac. So there's no RP to save this Terrorblade. Toss back onto the puck. Again, FaZe shifts out. And there's the song to keep him safe. Niku has the BKB to keep them around, but will die nonetheless. Because they're going to get a kill on that Tiny. Got the juice, standing his ground, doing quite a bit of damage, but Shad going to get a kill onto Ridis. Now PMA is going to be the target. Loses their first life. There's the Sunder on to Kidaro, still trying to stay alive. One more right click. The Lotus keeps him there. And Shad, the last core left standing here. No, sorry, Puck is still alive. They find the Elu, going to go forwards. There's the silence, and they get it. Terrorblade TPing out. Do they have a stun to stop this? They do not at least in range. And so another good fight there from OG. AD Rune on Stormstormer would love to go for this angle. Roche is up, goes forward. They find the Warlock. Big first kill if they can get it, and they can. Days will be the one to pick that one up. And that should just be a free Roche for OG. Because they're going to tank it. The Roar of Retribution just up on Stormstormer now. Mass TP's down to the bottom side of the map. They want to kill Got the Juice, and there's the song to set it up. They're walking around him to everyone else. Mikasa once got the juice, doesn't have Tombstone. Hurricane Pikes across the high ground. Puck, a public enemy number one, not going to manage to stay. Not going to be brought down. Sorry, PMA, aggressive swap. Got the juice. Doesn't have the ability to cast Sunder. Mixer going to get a kill. Stormstormer brings down PMA and Mixer on Zayac. And it all starts with that song from Naga. Storm moves forward. A great game for it. And they prove it. Leash up onto the Warlock, but Puck goes up. Still has the Aegis feeling completely fine. Stun on Tantani, has to use the BKB, and Warlock dies once again. Does get the link off, but doesn't get their ulti off. Now the tower. Surely not long for this world. The Fortify going to go through.
Radiant are scanning.
What team was on then? I can't remember. I think he was on the Eki star. Tiny. Just evaporated. Nothing really to be done there. Mixer gets the kill. Could be the angle they need to get back in the game. 60k goal behind. Can they do it? But Navi not going to give them the satisfaction. Backed up. No, wait. Nagasai is the target. Avalanche goes through. RP as well with the follow-up. Ghost Scepter is there. Naga's dying. Naga's dead. They have the damage. Got the juice. Finds the concoction to bring down the Naga. And Navi Jr. buy themselves a little bit more time in this game we call Dota 2. This crazy, crazy world, man. There's a lot of effects happening, a lot of fish. Oh, Ridder's going to drop the ulti into the Roche pit, but the song comes out. Looks like do they want to finish Roche? What is the plan here? I see PMA on the sideline. Shad kind of left alone. Aegis picked up by Nico as they finish up the Roche, and Nico's in the pit with the BKB. Mikasa trying to bring him down. There's the Aegis going to pop. Terribly gets the Metamorphosis puck. Trying to survive. They can't. Got the juice, gets a kill. Stormer. Shad going to get a kill onto Zayak. Aggressive swap onto Mikasa, loses most of his health, has 67,000 of it though. Gonna get another decay, and Tiny just melts! PMA gets the kill onto Mikasa. Their illusion will now spawn. Sunder goes through. Terrorblade still alive, but now doesn't have Sunder for 6 seconds. Force staffs himself forward. Butterfly is there, rooted up, pulled back, trying to get the kill onto the Shadow Sharp. Shadow Demon can't quite get it until the end. Okay, Ancient is exposed. Naga Siren looking to take this one. Oh, the instant silence onto the Magnus. Terrorblade flies back once again to the fight. PMA gonna get the swap onto Shad. They need to kill this Naga Siren and they're looking for it. The Horn Toss. No, the skewer doesn't land. Naga's still alive. 50% health though. Put inside the Tombstone. Tombstone goes down. Ice Puff onto the Terrorblade. Can he get the Sunder off? No, he's silenced. BKB Sunders. Gets through. There's the song, but he's BKB'd. Shad can't fight this, but okay, got the juice not fight this. I don't even know. 7k HP onto this Undying. Trying to get the kill onto Got the Juice, but he's dying very quickly. There's the Sunder and Got the Juice. Going to keep himself alive. Mikasa is now going to be the target. He's just not dying. This Undying is just living up to his namesake. He gets the kill onto Got the Juice. Are you kidding me? Tiny throws the trees, throws them up in the air. GG is called. It's crazy, man. Okay, but
10 seconds
like,
remaining.
Junior, you tell me. Well, that's a lot of points predicted on predicted on Navi Junior. Holy. Where are the believers at? Okay, I can understand. I can understand where the believers aren't. I missed First Blood, and they got the kill onto Void Spirit. Well, Hex and Shackle onto the Void Spirit, but PMA walks over with the Hoof Stomp. Has the double edge. Loads of blood grenades getting thrown. There's so much blood on the floor. Shad's blood will intermingle. Now Kadara in trouble. There's a Hex. They're even going to leave the courier. That's how serious they are about this kill. Shakira having to duck and having to weave inside the tree line, and will so far survive. Goes back into the trees. Jewel Breath is there. Shad alive again, but still only level 1. Taking a little bit of damage here as the Shadow Poison. How we're gumping today, chat. Hey, Killbacker.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
PMA slowed down. Jewel Breath is there. Blood Grenade will follow. Shadow Shaman had gone mid, and OG immediately pounced on that.
Scanning.
Fuck the Spirit. The question, that's meant that that pro player would go to TI. They would lose. This is Dota. That's what everyone... If.
Radiant's
Yeah.
bottom tower
Because,
is
like,
under
saying...
Dire's middle tower is under
Because it shows that they're not playing to win, they are playing to go to TI. Kadara going to get brought down by Rudis and Niku with that haste ring. Worth advantage between these teams. Niku goes out the Twisted Chakram. Sayak is here, wants to go for the dive, goes towards the tree line, and that's where Timbersaur's strongest. Fear will land and Niku will get the kill. Kadara TP's in. Zayak gonna see Kadara. Ice Path gonna miss. No, he just walks into it. Taunt follow-up is there. That should be one dead chicken. Stormstormer picks up the kill with the Dragon Slave. Creep rotation. Now Hex on Jakiro. Dawnbreaker ulti gonna come through, try and heal him up. Will manage it. Ringmaster ulti gets the taunt onto 2. Santa Warrunner ulti goes in, and Ridis gets himself a double kill. PMA finishing off days. As both the supports and the offlaner die. Now Navi Jr. have that 2k net worth lead. Timber goes forward. There's the blink. Hex is there from the Shadow Shaman. Doesn't even need the Shackle, but will use it. The Twisted Chakram not actually hitting him, but the Whirling Death will put It's a little bit rough. PMA gets the stun onto the Void Spirit. Has the Baymar going forward. Disruption. Used. On Kadar, trying to keep it alive. Macapire onto the choke point, but they're not fighting it into it. Daze can be brought down by Ridis. And the rest of OG just have to back up. Not going to do damage. Stormer instead. Kind of their main right-clicking damage, but they're getting chased. They've already got vision. There's a Shadow Shaman up on the high ground. You are not safe. And you are not alive anymore. Niku picks up the kill. Nice path gonna land. Kadara walks into the taunt. Void Spirit walks into the taunt. They're both walking into the taunt. Heal gonna come out. Neither of them die. Centaur War Runner gonna be used to disengage. They're wrapping round. Void Spirit will notice that they're not doing Roche. So they should know there's a smoke coming, but can they figure out the angle? They find Lina farming the camp. They kill Lina farming the camp. The rest of OG run in to help. But it's just going to lead to their deaths. Days will last a good long while, but Kadara is in the tree lines against the Timbersaw. It's not a good place to be, let me tell you. Link forward from the Shadow Shaman into the Hex, into the Chicken Fingers, into the kill for Zayak. BKBs, they can find the angles, but they're a long ways away. Niku finds Mixa farming it up. Gonna go for the TP as there's... Ooh, the Stampede. So the Ringmaster could get there for the Tame the Beasts. Ek has his own blink as well. Now Lina does finish her BKB. Void Spirit still a very long way away from finishing up their Ags. Daze dies once again to this roaming PMA Zayak combo. Of it actually. So that's nice. Chikiro gets dove on the high ground. And yeah, I'm grasping for straws for the believers of OG, but oh, Astral step forward. They want to try and find something here with the smoke from OG. Hex goes up, disruption defensively, but they found the Lina on the back line. Does have the BKB, gets the Laguna Blade off, trying to dish out damage, but she just can't kill anyone. The Timber takes no damage. Center ulti to stay on top of the Lina. They get the kill, dead for 60 seconds. Double kill, and GG is called. They're not gonna play it out. They know where your mouth is. Get you mirror him. That's the vision. They spot the Batrider. Could be in a bit of trouble here. Courier comes through. No mana on this hero. Does have the glimpse. Pulls back Zayak. And Niku smells blood in the water. Gets the slide of fist chain combo. That's the kill, and Ridis denies a shield rune. May die for his troubles, and looks like he will. Good dodge there from Stormstormer. One more right click should be enough. Stormstormer gets himself on the board. So both mids now up there. Going to be the Dream Coil to stop this Ember Spirit, and the TP out from Stormstormer. So while Gang got the juice in second place though, underneath his tower, going for the Ags. And he's got the Falcon Blade, but Nix wants to go for the dive now that he's got level 6. Gadara gets the glimpse. He has it, sorry, hasn't used it yet. PMA going to be glimpsed back up to the top lane as the snowball stops any damage coming out for the shield crash, and Mixer picks up one kill. Doesn't latch onto that tree. That's a bit crazy. Been denied. OG find themselves with a fighting chance in this game. Must feel very different than the last one, but Shad in a little bit of trouble. They're going to have to use the Assimilate to get out of dodge. Hits the taunt onto the Pango. Dodges the dagger, but Zayak is in the tree line with a Firefly. Teleports up. Flame break. The ulti for the Pango just in time. The Fear as well will land. Got the Juice going to get a kill down in the bottom lane, and just as I'm saying, they're in for a chance. Navi Jr. looking like they're in the driver's seat, but OG very happy to take the momentum. They find the Gyro down on the bottom side of the map. The Burning Barrage is actually... Rocket Barrage, sorry. Actually doing quite a lot. Kadara going to get a kill onto got the Juice now. Teleporting out. Ooh, Niku a little bit slow there. On the chain with the tip. The tradition, he's on OG. Oh. And may get punished for it. Oh, tries to ice shard himself down. Doesn't quite manage it. Niku gonna get the remnant. A nice dodge with the snowball. And we're watching an anime fight, let me tell you. There is the root. Smoked up. Looking for a little bit of trouble. Trying to get Larry. Trying to be scary.
Dire's middle tower.
They'll spot these stacks. Oh, Dire Smoke will break. There's the Disruptor ulti onto the Bat Rider. They could have, if they were just a second later, they could have got the kill onto the Ember Spirit. Now he's going to go in. Dream Coil, leashed up. Daze is the target. Just going to walk out. 160 health. Pango ulti. They're going to get Shad into the taunt. Got the juice. Has arrived. Ready for the squeeze. Stun following the Void Spirit. So is the PMA. The missile will hit. There you go. Pango picks up the kill onto Shad. Up on the top side. Daze is the target. Still has Lasso on this Bat Rider. We'll use it on the Tusk. The Storm are going to get the kill onto the Bat Rider. Meanwhile, PMA going to go forward. It's back. Gets the missile off. Oh, TP from Zayak. Sets up the Lasso. But that means, oh, he's so close to getting the Shrine of Wisdom. Instead, got the juice, will get it. And Zayak will pick up a kill. It was a cute play, but it didn't quite work out. Well, down on the bottom side of the map, they will get the kill onto the Ringmaster. So OG not taking it lying down. Very close game here. Not even 1,000 net worth in it. Dire going to head into the Roche Pit. Root onto the Puck. PMA coming in with the ulti with Rolling Thunder. Puck going to jump to the high ground, but PMA's already there. Going to hit the stun onto one. What can Kidara do? He can get his ulti off. That's what he can do. Ember Spirit going to jump forward into the silence, but not into the chain. There's the BKB used. PMA gets the kill onto Kadari. Redis gets the kill onto Stormer, and Gyrocopter is just dishing out so much damage in these fights. Mixer pops his Ags. Ringmaster ulti. Gonna keep got the juice safe for now. Ember Spirit silenced up, but jumps down to the low ground as Stormer did buy back for this fight. Would be huge if they died. What? I don't understand what OG are doing. They're just posturing around the Roche Pit. Now jumping onto high ground, immediately rooted up by this Ember Spirit. And PMA has his ulti once again. Blinks into the fight. The Lasso and the Void Spirit. The Chakum going to do a lot of damage into the background. Shaq going to get a kill onto Zayak. Silence onto this Ember Spirit. Doesn't have BKB for 10 seconds. Meanwhile, PMA going to get a kill onto Kadaro. Got the juice. Standing his ground. And he's just not taking any damage. He's not dealing that much damage yet. Will finally get the kill onto Mikasa. Daze will follow. They're going to get the kill onto the Ember Spirit. Stormer blinks himself to safety, has a haste, should be fine. But again, another good fight for Navi Jr. Ignoring him the whole fight, and he wasn't doing much damage, to be honest. But I say that, he did the most damage. Oh, jump in, BKB immediately used. Puck gonna go for the steal with the Void Spirit, but no! The tool up for the Ringmaster ulti is just too much! The Snowball gonna come out with a stun. Puck, phase shift, jumps onto the high ground. Has to leave Tusk to die. Bit of a raid boss situation. Now, multiple TPs up to the top side of the map. Shad going to lead the charge. Goes forward onto Gyrocopter. They want to at least pop the Aegis. Timbersaur's there with a follow-up, but no Disruptor ulti. Not yet. Got the juice, stands his ground. Has the BKB. Has the cooldown. Ringmaster taking a lot of damage, but not going to go down. Doesn't have his ulti. Will die. Got the juice. Going to get a kill onto Daze, and the Aegis will pop. But Ember Spirit's here, claiming the kill onto Shad. There's no pos 1 on OG. There's no Mikasa on OG. Kadaro trying to get out of here. Will repulse them away. But it's a triple kill for Niku. If it's a very strong world, Timbersaw going to be scouted out. The bottom side of the map. Yules is used. Ringmaster ulti as well. Taunt is there. Stun following from PMA, and I mean it's hard to kill this Timbersaw, that's for sure, but eventually even crazy people in mechs can die, especially if Tusk is just going to feed a kill to PMA. Meanwhile, Shaq going to get a kill onto Zayak, jumps onto a semblance of a backline, but it just immediately blows up as they turn their sights. We are watching the immovable object lose. Walrus Punch up onto the gyrocopter, thrown up into the Yashad, trying to find someone in the backline, but he can't even go a Ringmaster. Stunned up, there's Kadara with a good ult. They're going to get a silence out, but Satanic popped, and there was really no risk. Niku going to get a kill onto Daze because they're trying to jump into everyone, but there's the lasso. The glimpse back onto PMA, up onto the high ground. Got the juice, going to get a kill onto Kamak. Mikasak going to get a kill onto Ridis. Dream Coil onto 2. Stormstormer doing his best to can to disrupt. Walrus Punch onto the Pango on the sideline. There's the Snowball trying to keep them alive. Stunned up onto PMA, but he just does so much damage. Got the juice, gets the kill onto Mixer, walks onto the high ground. Kitaro to fall. And the mid-racks will follow. Zaya going to get the kill onto Daze. Buyback from Disruptor. They'll fight to the bitter end. TI is on the line. Field keeps got the juice on the high ground, which is exactly where he wants to be. Has the Satanic, immediately going to pop it. Silenced up, doesn't have BKB for 50 seconds, but he's just shredding them apart with the Flak Cannon. Now has to get onto the low ground. Doesn't have Satanic, doesn't have BKB. Silenced up, lasso back onto the Pug. No! Dead for 100 seconds. Does have buyback. Jump in for the Ember. Gets the kill on Kadaro. PMA rolling his way to TI. They're going to get the taunt onto the Timber. They don't even need it. Brings him down. Another kill. Gyro lives. Stormstormer gets the Dream Core onto Ember Spirit, but what does it even mean? The stun on the Batrider, they get themselves a pity kill, but 31k and a Dream. Navi Jr. are going to TI.